Yo, what's going on, guys? The Kitty Gianni GTP, and we're back again with another video. Yes, today we're going to be rating Arsenal's transfer window, and we'll be talking about Edu and him trending on social media. If you guys haven't already seen it, whew, yes, Edu was trending on social media. People were saying Edu out, but yes, we are still top of the league, 15 points. 5 for 5, but a lot of people are upset that we didn't get a winger over the line. Also, Edu Out has been trending on social media, as you guys can see right there. But let's get straight into the video, people. Today's show, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into it. There's a lot that happened yesterday. Of course, the transfer window is now closed officially, and Arsenal were unable to get the signing of Douglas Luiz over the line, which then caused the ripple effect of people tweeting Edu Out, and we're going to speak about that very soon. But let's get on to rating the transfer window. Of course, we had the signings of Gabriel Jesus, and of course, his fellow Man City compatriot Zinchenko. We had the signing of FabioVieira and Marquinhos, in addition to Matt Turner. We're going to rate today's window. Let's get into everything around the window and discussing around the next game versus Manchester United and how you guys are feeling on today's show. Let's get it going. How we feeling? It's the day after the window, and you know what? I've kind of calmed down. I've calmed down a lot. Honestly, I've calmed down a lot. So yesterday I was very emotional after not signing anybody, but Edu Out was trending. I was never one of those people screaming Edu Out. I think, you know what, Edu Out was being screamed last summer. This summer he had a couple jobs to do. He couldn't get it over the line. I feel like Aston Villa are absolute idiots. It makes no sense why they don't just sell us the player when we're giving them 25 million pounds, even though they know they only have 12 months left on the player's contract, and they're probably just going to lose him for cheaper. Like, I don't know if they see him as a big part of their squad. I don't know what the whole idea around it was. You literally just signed a midfielder and he's not even starting in your squad. It just doesn't make any sense. People saying top 4 is gone. I don't think so. I don't believe that's the situation. But let me know, guys, what you rated the window out of 10. We're going to go through all the signings, and we're going to rate each signing and just go through it and just say to ourselves what we thought about the transfer window for Arsenal. I thought it was a decent window, honestly, to be honest. Overall, let's not lie to ourselves. We wanted a striker. We got a striker. We wanted a left back. We got a left back. We wanted more, but at times it seemed like we couldn't get everything we needed to get. We just couldn't get everything we needed to get in through the line. It took a while to get all the deals done also, but yeah. He got Edu Out. He lied about Douglas Luiz, no winger to compete with Saka. To be fair, we're gonna get onto all of that right now on today's show, so don't go anywhere. But let's get straight into the window. What did you guys think about the transfer window? What did you rate the transfer window out of 10? I looked at the transfer business that we did, and I said to myself, you know what, we're left a little bit short-handed in certain areas. I looked at the squad depth, I looked at the situation that we find ourselves in, and I just say to myself, you know what, it didn't need to get to that point in the window. It didn't need to get to the end of the window where we were desperate to sign a player. It didn't need to get to a point where it got to the end of the window where we needed to sign a midfielder. It didn't have to get to a point where we needed Elneny and Partey's injuries to for us to go focus on bringing in a midfielder. As you can see here, we have some of the players that we brought in. We brought in Marquinhos, Matt Turner, Fabio-Vieira, Zinchenko, and Gabriel Jesus. Now, overall rating for these guys, I'm not gonna give it yet, but I'm just gonna look at each transfer one by one. So I'm looking at Marquinhos. What is Marquinhos gonna bring to this team? We look at Marquinhos. Marquinhos is a very unknown. He could be a player who's similar to Martinelli, who comes into this team and does very, very well, or he could be somebody who we have absolutely no idea about, that doesn't end up even coming anywhere near the first team. That is the reality of the situation. But Marquinhos, from what we've seen, he's a little bit above the level of the under-23s. He's too good for the under-23s, right? So Marquinhos is definitely not going to be somebody who we're going to look at and say to ourselves, you know what, he's not of the level yet. We still need to see more from him. We haven't seen enough from him. Honestly, we haven't seen enough from him. But from what we have seen from Marquinhos, I'm just going to look up Marquinhos quickly. Marquinhos, but he's 19 years old, from Sao Paulo. Honestly, When we signed him, big unknowns, big unknowns. And I was thinking to myself, what are we gonna get from this guy? What could we get from Marquinhos that we haven't already gotten from other people? But you know what? Shout out to Marquinhos. He's joined. He was the first signing of the summer, and you know what? From when he signed, we knew that that we needed to continue to get our work done. Now we already had a January transfer signing that joined us also in Matt Turner. So Marquinhos, I give Marquinhos' transfer a 5 out of 10. It's very underwhelming, but it still has a lot of potential to improve. Then you have Matt Turner. Matt Turner, we didn't know much about Matt Turner until he signed in January. But what we know is he's now in, the U.S.'s #1 keeper. I don't know if he's going to be able to keep that playing as Arsenal's #2, but we're going to have to wait and see. Matt Turner as a backup, from what we've seen, he hasn't played well yet, but I'm not going to write him off. I'm going to give him a chance. I'm going to give him a chance. I'm going to give him a chance until he gets better. Let's just wait and see until he can get better. Shout out to everyone on TikTok. Come join us on YouTube if you can. We're on EGTV on YouTube. So yeah, Matt Turner, I'm going to give him. So I gave Marquinhos a 5. I'm going to give Matt Turner a 5. I just feel like it's underwhelming signing. Nothing really special for that Matt Turner signing, right? Then we went from Matt Turner to FabioVieira. I'm not gonna lie. When we signed FabioVieira, I got excited. I couldn't help myself. I got very excited. This was one of the highlights of the transfer window. When we signed FabioVieira, it came from absolutely nowhere. The transfer was up and over the line so quick that we didn't even know how it was possible that we got the deal done so quickly. He was pretty much an unknown. He was linked to Liverpool, but FabioVieira quickly became one of our main targets and joined our team. I thought the FabioVieira was a top signing. I give the FabioVieira signing a 7 out of 10. I agree. FabioVieira was an amazing signing. Let's not lie to ourselves. Amazing signing FabioVieira was. Then we have the situation with Zinchenko. Zinchenko signing, we knew about the fact that we were trying to get Lisandro Martinez this whole window. And then we ended up getting Zinchenko. Once we got Zinchenko, I was quite happy. I was quite happy when we got Zinchenko. I thought Zinchenko signing was a really good signing also. Another one that you add to the docket. But overall, when we looked at Arsenal's transfer window, the two big icings on the cake were Gabriel Jesus and Zinchenko. Let's not lie to ourselves. We look at Arsenal's transfer window and we say to ourselves, what did we really bring in? This is where you say to yourself, you know what, you brought in quite a bit. Gabriel Jesus and Zinchenko are the main two big fishes that we brought in this window. Gabriel Jesus coming from Manchester City and Zinchenko coming from Manchester City, both costing around 31.5 million and 46 million respectively. I thought this right here was where our window was at its peak. The Zinchenko signing gets an 8 out of 10. Yep. Gabriel Jesus signing gets 10 out of 10. Guys, the Gabriel Jesus signing was outstanding. Sorry, guys. I've been feeling sick all week. Yeah. It's Vieira, not Vieira. Vieira. Whoa. Yeah. So Gabriel Jesus' signing came through, 46 million pounds. Zinchenko's deal came through, 31 million pounds. And at that point, it was good. A lot of players came back from loan. And overall, Arsenal spent, as you can see there, 18.86 million pounds at that point. I don't know if you guys don't rate the window or do rate the window, but let me know in the chat. What did you give the incoming transfers? Because our incoming transfers, I thought were quite good. I know we needed a right winger. I know we needed a midfielder. I know we wanted those positions, but we do have a lot of versatile players that can fill in those gaps. It does give me a lot of sadness knowing that we could have strengthened a little bit more because the team is so close to being what we need it to be. Just so close, but we can't get enough to get us over that line. We just need a little bit more to get us over that line. It would have been amazing. Arsenal should be going for better players. We would have, but the fact that we didn't get Champions League football, we didn't lower our bar too much. We didn't lower our bar too much. Just look at the quality of players that we were linked to this window. We were linked to a lot of quality players, and you know what? A lot of people are going to be quite sad that they didn't get Jesus. A lot of people wanted Jesus. Let's not forget that. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Do me a favor, hit that like button. We only have four likes. Come on, guys, you could do much better than that. It's absolutely free. Hit that like button. It's absolutely free. And also, we have 24 people plus in the chat. Like, come on, you could do much better than that. Hit that like button. The only 7 is Jesus and Zinchenko. The rest are still not convinced. I hear that. So, with that being said, we now have to look at the outgoings. By the way, Matteo Guendouzi left for £9 million. 9.9 million pounds. Matteo Guendouzi left for. Wow, that was poor. Then you have Lucas Torreira leaving for 5.4 million pounds. Bernd Leno leaving for 3.24 million pounds. And Mavropanos leaving for 2.88 million pounds. Altogether giving us a grand total of 21.42 million pounds. How the hell did we get rid of all these players, but we only got 22.21 million pounds? How? That is poor. That is one of the reasons in why people are on to Edu. That is one of the reasons why people are on to this team. That is one of the reasons why people are looking at Mikel Arteta and Edu and saying, is this enough? I know we're firing and we're scoring goals and the team looks great, but come on. Let me know what you guys rate that window now. With the outgoings, honestly, the outgoings were poor, piss poor. The only good thing about it is some of these guys were gone. Terminated his contract. End of his contract. On loan. Did we really make any money? Yes, we're making money from the loans, but Pepe's loan is we're just pretty much paying his wages. Nuno Tavares, same thing. Ainsley Maitland-Niles, same thing. Pablo Mari, Trusty, all these guys pretty much paying their loan for their wages. We're not really making much money. I wish we were making more money. It's very frustrating. We need to improve on our player sales. Edu is not capable of selling players. Yep, Bellerin is officially gone to Barcelona. I know. Even Chelsea struggled to get a DM. Got Zakaria. Hope got Zakaria. Hope from January. Yeah, you know what? Chelsea struggled to get a DM. Chelsea did struggle to get a DM. Loaned out majority. Yeah, we loaned out majority of the players. Zakaria is not world class. Stop it. Edu should apologize to fans. Real talk. Why should he apologize? Should he apologize because he didn't get the right signings, or should he apologize because I don't know? I don't think he should apologize. You know what? Let's talk about Edu. What do you guys think about Edu Out trending on Twitter yesterday? Because I'm looking at Edu Out trending on Twitter, and I'm saying to myself, why is he trending on Twitter? Why is Edu Out trending on Twitter? And I know why he's trending on Twitter. I get why people are saying Edu's trending on Twitter. I get it. Edu did not deliver on what we wanted coming at the end of the season. People are saying Edu Out is so reactionary. Is it reactionary, or do you understand where some people are coming from? Some people are saying Edu lied to the fans about more signings. He did tell us that potentially there would be more signings. He did tell us that. Thank you for the roses. Big up to the comment section. Person saying, Viva Gunners. Big up. Some people saying the window is a 6.5 out of 10. Some other people saying thoughts on Aubameyang to Chelsea. You know what? It is what it is. Football's a sport where you're employed to play football. So if your employer sends you somewhere else and you end up coming back to play for a rival, it is what it is. It's just part of the sport. Now, Edu lied to the fans. Did he? Did he lie to the fans? Yes, he did, I think. He did, because he definitely gassed us up thinking we were going to sign a midfielder. I'm quite disappointed that we didn't get a midfielder in. I'm very disappointed that we didn't get a midfielder in. Very, very disappointed we didn't get a midfielder in. But you know what? It is what it is. What we're gonna do? We're gonna cry over it for the rest of the year. We can't do that. We can't just cry over it all year. We got to move on. We got to pick up our. We got to pick ourselves up by the bootstraps and move on. That's the reality of the situation. In a window where a lot of people spend money, just looking at some of these images right here. Let me just show you. Let me just show you some of these images. A lot of people spend money this window. A lot of teams spent money. As you can see here, Arsenal are in the mix for the highest spenders. Chelsea, of course, spending 237 million. Manchester United spending 196 million net spend, of course. This is the net spend. Arsenal spending 90 million net spend. That is, forget about net spend for a second. Let's just see overall spend. Overall spend. What is this? Purchase summer player purchases. Yeah, we spent a lot. We spent only 19.9 million. Wow. Wow, we're nowhere near the highest purchasers this window. When you really think about it, wow. We only spent 119 million. Chelsea spent more than us. Manchester United spent more than us. West Ham, Tottenham, Nottingham Forest, Wolves, Man City, Newcastle. Wow. The only teams we spent more money than are like Liverpool, Leeds, and them guys. Did you realize that? We didn't really spend that much money when you really think about it in comparison to the other people. I really think they were going for to sign Mudryk if Elneny was not injured, but they had to change last minute plans. Villa did not want to sell the player. Interesting. Yuri Tillemans was literally there for 25 million. He wasn't, because Yuri Tillemans was playing a game versus Manchester United. He wasn't available to sign last minute. We basically, if we were going to sign him, we're going to sign him yesterday. That's the reality. Not yesterday, the day before yesterday, to be honest, Wednesday. Play Xhaka at 6, Vieira at 8. You know what? We could do that. Technically, you could. You could play Xhaka at 6 and Vieira at 8. But at this moment in time, Lokonga is the... Oh, sorry. Sorry, guys. Lokonga is the 6, and Vieira is Odegaard's replacement at this moment in time. Have you been for the last couple of seasons? We have been spending a lot of money for the last couple of seasons. That is true. That is true. Some people letting me know that we've been spending a lot of money last season. Edu Out was trending last night. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. If you haven't seen the visual's right here on the screen right now on YouTube on EGTV. And if you're on TikTok, come join us. Edu was trending on Twitter last night because of fans' unrest and unhappiness over Edu and the potential signings and the fact that we didn't get them done. Lokonga's season, I'm ready for it. I am ready for Lokonga's season. Yes, I am very optimistic that Lokonga will get a good will be on our good books. Hopefully he can get it done. Hopefully he can get it done. Hopefully. Now, I'm looking at player sales. Just look at player sales. The amount of money that Manchester City were able to generate off player sales was ridiculous. 194 million pounds of player sales. Brighton, 122 million pounds of player sales. Leeds, 101 million pounds on player sales. Liverpool, 83 million pounds in player sales. But then you look at the top 6, the rest of us. You got Chelsea at 48 million, Tottenham at 37 million, Manchester United at 30 million, and then Arsenal at 29 million. So it looks like pretty much majority of the top 6 are struggling to sell their players, except for Manchester City. Because if you look at the Liverpool signing, they did definitely do a big issue there. Who's your captain for FPL? Question mark. Oh, interesting question. Who's my captain for FPL this week? Let me check quickly. I'm pretty sure I captained Haaland this upcoming week. Hopefully Haaland does well, because I captained Salah the last 2 weeks and Haaland got back-to-back hat tricks, so I can't afford to miss out on his hat trick this time. I have Haaland captained. If you guys want to see my team, I will show you my team quite quickly. Sam's in the house. Big up, Sam. How you doing, Sam?
What are you saying, bro? Like, I'm not stressed, bro, about the transfer window. Why? I don't know why people are panicking. I still don't get it.
Don't worry, don't worry. We're just gonna show people my fantasy team quickly. Yeah, this is my fantasy team, guys. This is my fantasy team for this upcoming week. If you want to see my team, I got Holland, Jesus, Martinelli, Salah, Diaz, Andres Pereira, Cancelo, Trent, Saliba, Trippier, and if Reece James is fit and available, I might bring him in for either Andres Pereira, probably. So yeah, that is my team. Let's just continue. Let's just continue moving on. Man City are another level on top the bottom. Defo. They Manchester City are the best run club in this freaking country.
in the
If
world.
in the world potentially, yeah, their window is 10 out of 10, absolutely outstanding window. I can't believe how good their transfer business is. I just realized that Smith uh, had a good season and Dundalk in League One last season.
Doncaster.
Doncaster, yeah, you know what, I don't think he's joining. What happened to Doncaster, the Doncaster kid?
He super chatted yesterday, but I don't know what happened to him.
In what channel?
Football Terrace. He sent a
I
super
haven't
chat.
seen him here. Where has he been?
God knows, man. Let's hope he's well.
I need to find him. I rate the window 7 out of 10. Take our injuries away. I would think we're straight top 5 wins. 3 of our starters, 11s are new signings this window. Samuel Okonga last season was last year's signing. Let's see. Let's get behind him. You know what? Big up to Gunna Down. You know, guys, if you don't know, go subscribe to his channel. He's a real one. But 7 out of 10, continue to tell the people it's not as bad as everyone's making it out to seem. It is not as bad as everyone is making out to be. Big up, Egal. Hope you're well. Glasgow, decent transfer window. Obviously, need another CDM. But Mikel Arteta seems a top coach. Give him time. Build and build. English media is mad. Thank you. Big up to him. Yo, what are you saying, Samuel? What's your comments for the day? How you feeling?
I'm not negative. I'm not. We should be negative, bro. Like it feels like the reaction on Tenman yesterday. We lost our first 5 games instead of winning our first 5 games. That was the reaction. Listen, we still got a good squad. I think we got Holding still in there. We got Cedric is still in there. We got Tommy Tomiyasu still in there. It's just midfield. Maybe one midfielder that can come in there. But as of right now, next week Party's gonna come back, so there should be no worries going forward.
There you go. There you go. Guys, just to let you know, we have 27 of you guys in the chat. We only have 9 likes. What are you guys doing? It's absolutely free. Just hit that like button. Just hit it. It's free. Like, it doesn't cost a penny. Just hit that like button right now and let's continue talking about this transfer window. I seen a lot of people losing their absolute minds yesterday. I seen people saying this window was nothing more than a 5 out of 10. I've seen people saying Edu out. I've seen people saying, you know what, we are going to automatically lose top 4 now. Do you feel like we don't have enough squad depth?
No, I'm not worried about squad depth, bro. It's just we're unlucky. I think squad depth is not an issue right now. I think if we send one midfield yesterday, would people be complaining?
Potentially.
No.
Potentially.
No, I don't think they'll be complaining. So I think just we're one player short, and luckily the Premier League ends in November. It's not like we're gonna go up to December with a split squad. We're gonna go up to November and then just stop. So we've got like a month and a half of finding a new player. So we shouldn't worry. We've got 5 wins already. It's not like we've lost 3 games or 4 games. We've already got 15 points in the bag to add to.
Let's do squad depth. So we have Ramsdale.
Yeah. So this is
Ramsdale. Ramsdale, and then we have Turner.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have Ramsdale and Matt. Those are goalkeepers. Right. We have Tommy.
Yeah. White, Cedric
and White, who can play there. Tommy, Cedric, and White, who could play right back. Who could play right center back? We have
Saliba and White.
Saliba. Oh, don't forget Holding.
Oh yeah, I think Holding is more of a backup to Gabriel, in my opinion.
You think so?
Yeah. I think Saliba, White, and right centre back, and left back is going to be Holding and Gabriel and Holding.
Gabriel, Holding. Okay. So far the back line looks good. We got left back. We got Zini.
Antini,
KT.
KT.
Zini and KT. Okay. Then obviously up top we got Eddie.
And
and Jesus.
Jesus.
Jesus and Eddie. Okay.
Yeah.
Look on this wing. We got Fabio.
Vieira.
We got Saka. Fabio.
Marquinhos.
Marquinhos.
Nelson.
Who else? Marquinhos. Why is it not showing me? Okay, but you guys get the point, right? Then you look at this position. You got Odegaard.
Fabio.
You got Fabio. ESR.
Yep.
Right. In the sixth row, you have Partey.
Should we put Elneny out of this video or not?
Elneny.
Lokonga.
Lokonga. Albert Sambi Lokonga. And also Xhaka. And also Zinchenko. Potentially, you got like 5 people who could play in that position also. Here, you got Fabio who could play there. Xhaka, Fabio.
Lokonga. ASM.
Fabio, yeah, Albert, Sambi Lokonga, and ESR.
And then finally left wing.
Left wing, we have Gabby Martinelli. 1 second. Left wing, you got Gabby.
Yep.
ESR. And who else?
Eddie, can you play on the wing?
No,
we could play Jesus on the wing as well.
Yeah, you could play Jesus on either wing, really, or Eddie. But for now, let's just do that. So realistically, the people who are on the bench can play a plethora of positions. Do we have enough cover?
Yeah. You know what? You forgot, Tomiyasu can play centre back as well, so he can be played as right centre back. So that, I mean, when you play it like this, yeah, it's not an issue. That if we play it like this, because we still got Cedric, we still got Tomiyasu, we still got White, we still got Saliba. It's just the number 7 role that I'm worried about. That's it.
Okay, so my main point is, guys, with everything being said, everything I just showed you, right? With the transfer window that I showed you guys here, what do you rate the window out of 10? So Sahal is in the cut. Let's get Sahal in here. Let's get Sahal in here. People in the chat, jump on. We got another half an hour to go. And also, what do you think about Edu Out trending? Let me know what you think.
I understand it. I think people are frustrated because everyone can see our issues, which is depth. We signed Zinchenko end of July. He had 1 month. All right, we bid 60 million for Rafinha and Martinez. That was 60 million. 100 million together. 45 million for Zinchenko. There was like 60 million left. You can't tell me you couldn't find 1 or 2 players for 60 million in 1 month. And then yesterday we panicked because I think we didn't panic that much because we were offered Arthur before Liverpool, and we said we don't want Arthur. We're looking because Arthur can't play a 6-all. So that's why I think we went for Douglas Luiz. And can I just say something, Miguel? Aston Villa, I don't know, it makes no sense why they rejected it. They signed Dan Duncan, who can play that role. They have Glenn Kamara, who plays that role. So Douglas Luiz is third choice. So I don't get it from Aston Villa's point of view.
I hear that. All right. Yo, people in the chat, I'm going to tell you this. I give this window, don't be surprised, a 7 out of 10. Now, my reason for giving this window a 7 out of 10, we wanted to go into this window and sign the players that we wanted to sign. We obviously still wanted more, but we were unable to get it. So don't let that fool you. Don't let that distract you from the decent window that we had. We had a really good window, in my opinion. We were still able to get in a midfielder in FabioVieira. We were still able to get in attackers in Jesus. We were able to get in a defender in Zinchenko, and we got in a goalkeeper in Matt Turner, right? We got a young player in Marquinhos, who's a little bit of an unknown, everything this window was calculated. We obviously tried to get more later. We couldn't get it over the line. So we have to wait and see how it pans out. If we tried to make a move for a player, it didn't work out. Obviously, everyone's upset. Emotions are set at high. But the reality is, we tried to rectify the situation. Obviously, you could say we had the whole window to do it, but we weren't able to do it at the end of the day. That is the reality. So with the current squad depth that I showed you guys on the table, where do you think Arsenal could potentially finish? And Sahal, how are you? Welcome to the channel. How are you feeling?
Yo, Igal. As I said on many Twitter Spaces, if you can hear me,
Yeah,
it's been a bad transfer window, and I'll tell you why it's been bad.
what?
It was a good beginning, but it's always about how you finish and not how you start. In life, it's about how you finish, right? Last year, we made the same mistake and we got punished for it. We know about Thomas Partey's injuries woes. He's been available 58% of the time while he's been playing for Arsenal. Each and every season, he gets injured. We know this. This is a fact. You can't tell me this is not a fact. We knew this guy was going to get injured. The number one mistake was signing Mohamed Elneny on this contract renewal. We all know what type of player he is. He is not a mover. And especially in that area, we need someone that's actually competent, right? And we know Mohamed Elneny, his drawbacks.
No, I disagree with that.
No, let me finish, right? Mohamed Elneny, you're telling me, yeah, imagine you have a car. 58% of the time, the car breaks down, right? What would normal people do? They get rid of the car.
Or they take it to the shop.
Wait, come on. If the car was broken 58% of the time, right, you will get a car that's more reliable. Simple facts. Thomas Partey is unreliable, right? And the worst thing about it, his backup option, let's just be all honest, he is not Arsenal quality. Mohamed Elneny is one of my favorite players, by the way, in the squad. But be honest with yourselves. He is not Arsenal Football Club.
Let me just stop you there for a second. Let me just say hi. Arsenal World 86, how you doing?
Hello, Ega. How you doing? How's everyone?
I'm doing good. I'm just gonna let Sahal finish, but I just wanted to make sure you weren't a troll account.
No, of course, no. I've been on it before, Ega.
Oh yeah,
only once, but a few months ago.
Big up to you, man. Sahal, continue.
So Mohamed Elneny, we know what that type of player he is. We all said beginning of the summer, we didn't even think Mohamed Elneny was staying. We said to get 6 in, and that was for a reason, because we know, all of us know, Partey is unreliable. Let's not make this like a lie to ourselves. Let's not say Mohamed Elneny, he was all right for the Igal. I did the calculation. If Thomas Partey, say he played the same amount of games, 58% of the games. You know how many games he would have missed?
How much?
About 15 games he would have missed. And Premier League games, not even Europa League games. No, I'm counting Premier League games only, right? Okay.
Sahal, I don't want to cut you off,
I got a question, and I'll leave on the. I'll let everyone else speak. My question is Mohamed Elneny quality enough for you to say that this guy was able to play 15 games a season as a Partey backup? Because that's what we needed. Because Partey is unreliable. So for me, this entire transfer window has been a complete and utter failure. And when it comes to the end of the season, the same thing will happen. Injuries will happen. We will lose form. We will lose games. And end of the story, we're going to get Europa League again next year. And then you guys are going to cry. But you know what?
Let me go first.
I'm here for it.
Go ahead.
Should go first?
Go ahead.
Okay. So Sahal, we've signed Gabriel Jesus, who's raised the level at Arsenal significantly, right? He's, as of right now, on form, he's one of the best players in the Premier League on current form. We've got Alexander Zinchenko right now, who's one of the best technical players in the Premier League, level the ways. Signing Zinchenko and Gabriel Jesus is being classed as failure. Is that your reasoning? Are they both failures?
Why do we finish at the top 4? Was it
No, I'm asking you a
was it
question, bro.
striker?
I'm
Wait,
asking,
answer
is
the
Jesus
question.
and Zinchenko failures?
Yes, it's failure, and I'll tell you why. Because
Why is
last
someone who's
season
got
we
3
didn't
goals
need
and
them.
3 assists a failure?
No. Last year we didn't even need these two. Last year we had
What?
Wait. Hear me out. Wait, guys, hear me out. Last year we finished 1 point away. 1 point, not 10 points. You guys are making it sound like we finished 10 points outside of the top 4. Guys, I think you guys need a memory check or something. We were 1 point away, and you're telling me, yeah, if we had a better midfield, I promise you that summer we would have got at least 2 or 3 more points last year.
I can't believe what you said. Listen,
They are level
if
raisers,
we had,
yes,
listen,
but Igal,
listen,
are they necessary
listen,
for us to take the next level?
listen.
Yes,
Sahal,
but no at the same time.
Sahal, you can get on to you can criticize the transfer window as much as you want. You can criticize the fact that we weren't able to get certain players. People can say you're spitting facts as much as they want, but I genuinely do not understand. I do not understand how you said we are no different from last year. What are you talking about?
Basically the same squad though, Igal. What has changed? Except for Jesus and Shevchenko, nothing else has changed. You got the same starting 11. What has changed? Extra stuff, bro. Look at the start. Except for 2 players, you're telling me, yeah? Except for 2 players, right? And the bench is not even different as well. Don't let Arteta lie to you guys, yeah? Arteta has his favorites. I mean,
wait.
The
bench is not different from last year?
No. Hear what I'm saying. There's new players, but Arteta doesn't trust them. So you're never going to see people like Vieira. You're not going to see them. You're not going to see
What makes you
Marquinhos.
say that? You can't say that. There's no evidence.
End of the season, we will see how many, if I'm lying. I'm telling you right now.
There is no evidence to your case.
Wait. There's no evidence now. But, I'm saying this right now. The previous couple of games, Vieira has not touched the pitch yet. Right?
What about Jesus to start every game? Zinchenko started every game.
I think Vieira just come back from an injury, so he can't just start.
Those 2 are improvements, and I give you that. But the rest, what about the rest? No one talks about the rest.
No, listen to me.
Why does no one talk about the rest?
Listen to me and listen to me clearly, my friend, okay? Last season, we had Odegaard, who's the only player who played in this position with ESR. Now we had added Vieira, who can play in that position. Last season, we only had Granit Xhaka and Lokonga, who could play in their position. We've added Vieira and Zinchenko, who can play in that position. Last season, we had Elneny, Partey, Lokonga, and Xhaka, who can play in that DM role. But we now have Zinchenko, who can also fill in there if need be. In the defense, on the left back, we only had Kieran Tierney last season and Tavares. Tavares has gone on loan. We've now added Zinchenko. So now I've only spoken about those positions, right? Then you speak about Matt Turner coming in, obviously replacing Leno. Then you got Gabriel Jesus, who is levels above Aubameyang and Lacazette at this moment in time in his link-up play, in his overall footballing ability, and goal-scoring prowess. This team, from the team that we were last year, in addition to Saliba coming back, obviously he's not part of the transfer window, but with Saliba coming back also benefited us a lot. So everything overall, we are a much better team with the transfers that we've done. And Gabriel Jesus, Zinchenko, FabioVieira have been essential to improving the squad depth of this team. If you want to say Marquinhos is the only person I would say is a level unknown. But
okay, Vieira, hear me out.
One second. Before you speak, let's let the guest speak. He's been here for a little bit now. Go ahead, Arsenal's World.
Yes, brothers. I think we have improved from last season. I think we've got a lot better. Like you said, Zinchenko, Gabriel Jesus, good signings. Saliba coming back. Although he's signed like 3 years ago, is a big improvement. I think he's a really good centre back. I haven't seen a good centre back in the Emirates era. But obviously, it's very early with Saliba. He's only played a few games, but what he's played and his potential, I think he'll be very good. But I think Edu, as a director of football, brother, yeah, I'm not happy with Edu. I think Arteta is covering a lot of Edu's shortcomings. I think Arteta, the way he's got the team playing good football, and with the players he's got a young team. Arteta has, and I think Edu has not done enough. To be honest with you, I don't want to be disrespectful to a legend of the club. Who Edu is a legend, but he hasn't done enough. I think yesterday was a bit of a joke. You know, we do need a CDM. We can't just rely on Sambi Lokonga now playing Thursday, Sunday for the next few weeks. Lokonga is a young player. He might get injured. He might have some bad form, and we need cover. And because we didn't sign Douglas Luiz, I'm not saying Douglas Luiz will make us win the league, but he's a very good player, and him being in our club would have definitely helped us, you know, be prepared for any injuries, or, you know, if Lokonga needs a rest, Douglas Luiz would have been perfect. And I was really upset we didn't sign him.
3 bids were rejected, you know. 3.
Yeah, it was, brother. But look, the problem is, it's not that it was 3 bids. It could have been 5 bids. However many bids we done, we knew from weeks ago that we needed a midfielder. Maybe look, if even if we were that desperate, we could have signed Dendoncker. We could have signed Zakaria like Chelsea did. Even Aston Villa, they were able to sign Dendoncker, and we couldn't sign anyone. We were very desperate, and I think we're gonna. And the only person that will suffer will be us. Sorry, Egal.
I don't think the club want to sign anybody for the sake of signing anybody.
Yes, I know, but we're quite desperate. I believe at the moment we're very desperate. You know, we only got one CDM. You know, we do need a player. I know sometimes you can just sign a player for 1 year, like Arthur Melo went to Liverpool. The Liverpool, I believe they may sign Jude Bellingham, but they've signed one player for the time being, and hopefully that for Liverpool that can help them. I think
they only signed that player. Let's be fair. Liverpool only signed that player because of injuries.
Yes, and we have the same problem, Miguel. We have injuries, and I don't want Lokonga to, you know, get overworked. But that being said, injuries, you know, we didn't plan for Partey and El Neni to get injured, but I am happy with what Arteta has done with the team. The team is playing really good. That one thing we can't deny. But I think we need to back him a bit more.
What do you rate the window? Because Sahal gives it a 5 or a 4.
I think overall, so you have to look at outgoings as well, who we got rid of, who we bring in. I think it's about 6.5, and that's with everything taken into perspective. Because you got to look at who have we signed. We let Bernd Leno go for 3 million. But then we bring in Matt Turner, who's never played in the Premier League. He might be really good. He might not. If Ramsdale gets injured, do you guys really trust Matt Turner to play week in, week out? You know what? He might be really good, but I think you need a bit of experience. And I think with Jesus and Zinchenko, we've done really well signing them players. I didn't think we would get Jesus. After not getting Champions League, I didn't expect it. So in one way, it is positive. In terms of bringing in players, we've done really well. But to be honest with you, us selling Bernd for 3 million, I would have just kept him. I would have said, you know what, if Ramsdale gets injured, we need a decent goalkeeper as backup. And maybe if I'm being really picky, I think we should have signed a fullback, because we got rid of Ainsley Maitland-Niles. I think Tomiyasu's been up and down with injuries. Ben White, he's done really good. He's done really good, but I think if Saliba or Gabriel gets injured, Ben White will come back to centre back, and I think it would have been good to have a full back there. But that's why I would say about 6.5. But in terms of incomings, we've done really well. I'm happy with that. I'm very happy.
I might trigger some people, but I gave it a 7 /6. You gave it 8, if I'm not mistaken, Samuel?
I'll give it a 7.
Okay. What about you, Sahal? Would you give it again?
5.
Okay, someone's challenging me. I disagree on Elneny. He gives a 7 every game. He's reliable, good backup. Tying him down to an extra year instead of letting him leave on a free was good business. I agree.
It wasn't good business.
Keeping Elneny was good business.
No, it wasn't.
So Igal, your logic, the only way to buy the right player is risk another season with a 23-man squad in 4 competitions. This
It's less than
club is going to capitulate. Yeah, capitulate, and I'm going to laugh at it. You know what, Dan?
exactly. Thank you.
Okay.
You know what the crazy thing is, Igal? Look, I'm not saying the season. I think for me the season's over for me, but for me,
How is
it's
it
like,
over when we won our top 5 games?
relax here.
How is this season over? That is ridiculous.
No,
I'm
the season,
back.
no, for me, innit? For me personally, it's not my. It's not for you guys. For me, it's incompetence again. By
Bro,
the
this
board.
is an overreaction.
It's me.
This season is not
My
over.
personal.
This
No,
season is
Igal. No, Igal.
stop.
Relax,
Before
Igal.
you
The way
explain-
you're saying the opposite, and I'm saying, yo, Igal, you're crazy. You're saying what I'm saying is crazy. I believe what you're saying is crazy. You understand? I got personal. That's my personal belief. Whether you agree with it or not, it's my belief that the season, it was finished as soon as we didn't get no reinforcement. The first mistake, and I tell you, not Mohamed Elneny necessarily the person or even the player. We all can admit. Stop lying to yourselves, right? Mohamed Elneny is not a quality Arsenal bro. He's a bottom tier Premier League player, and you're expecting this guy to replace one of the best DMs for a lot of games. How is that planning, Igal? Please explain that to me, please. How do you expect Mohamed Elneny to play role play games, to play cup games before his injury even? Let's say he didn't get injured, right? You're expecting Mohamed Elneny, right, to replace him, Thomas Partey, one of the best DMs. You're lying to yourselves, my friends. And again, this season again will prove me right. When we in the Europa League again next year, we're not going to win the Europa League. Roma got, I think it'd be Roma or one of the Champions League teams that get kicked out of the Champions League. It's not going to be Arsenal. I hate to break the news. We will lose when we get to the semi-finals or something like that again. We ain't not the team to win it because we don't have the mentality to do it. We don't have the squad to do it. In the Premier League, we have a better chance to get top 4, but I swear, I think we flushed it down the toilet. We could have made a points advantage now.
You know,
right now our fixtures are not even that bad. This is our
we
easy
still have
one.
we have a
Samuel,
chance to sign players in January.
hear me out.
You can sign players in January.
We never gonna sign. Don't lie to yourselves. I tell you right now. Don't lie to. Wait.
I get why you're upset, bro. Yeah, but
What? Okay.
we can sign players in January.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
I'm not happy with what happened yesterday. I think we should have signed a midfielder, but
Yeah.
you gotta. I think
I
we're not
can't
gonna win the
believe
league or anything, but I think Champions League, yeah, we've got
Bro,
a chance. I'm not saying we're guaranteed to qualify for Champions League. I don't think anyone is apart from Man City.
Let me break the news for you. Yeah, let me break the news for you. Let me
So
break the news. No, wait, come on. Let me finish. Let me finish.
You gotta wait. Enough speaking for 1 second. Just mute yourselves and just listen. Okay? Overreacting way too much. Way too much. At the end of the day, we did not sign a winger and we did not sign a midfielder. I get your frustration, but to say the season is over is the most ridiculous, most blasphemous statement you could make. Stop overreacting. Realistically, we don't need Douglas Luiz to compete on every front. It's just right now we have injuries.
Yes, we do. We literally do.
1 second. Right now we have injuries. And what we were looking for this whole time was to bring in an 8. I get it that people were calling for a DM and cover for Partey. I get it. We don't have that at this moment in time. What we have is we have versatile players who can play in a plethora of positions that could potentially fill in if need be. So we have potential players who like a Fabio Vieira who can play in the 8 if something happens to Xhaka, like Xhaka who can drop in the 6 if need be, like Zinchenko who can drop in the 6 if need be, like Ben White who can drop in the 6 when need be, Lokonga, El Neni. There's a lot of other options that we can play in those positions if need be. I rate Mikel Arteta to a certain level where I believe he will be able to find solutions to problem solve those issues.
Let me.
1 second. You have made a statement in which this season's a write-off. So then,
It is right off.
you shouldn't watch any games ever again.
No, Igal, I would. No, I'm not. I am. I am gonna be watching some games, not all the games.
Who's to blame?
No, Igal. Let me finish what I was gonna say. Basically,
Let me go next.
Igal, you know what this reminds me of? This versatile bullshit, right? Versatile players. It reminds me of that season where Liverpool got the injury crisis, and they were making 11 on top of another 11 of versatile players. How did that season end up? Right? One injury, the entire season got ruined for them. Why? Because the versatility is a lie, Igal. Mikel Arteta, he got one play for one position. He's not going to play a guy in multiple. You will not see it, bro. Look, let me tell you. I will pay you, Igal, I will pay you 100 quid if Shevchenko plays in the midfield this season. I bet you any money you're not going to see Shevchenko in the midfield this season. I bet you any money. You can have any money in life.
I'll take that bet. I'm not a betting man.
I am not a Arsenal ticket. I know for a fact this guy will not see the midfield. I tell you this right now. This is a complete lie. And next season, when you tell me so, why would he play Shevchenko in the midfield? He's not stupid, you know. If he plays Shevchenko in the midfield, who is the cover left back?
Let's take this bet. From what moment? Like, are you saying start the game, or are you saying any moment in the game?
No, bro, stop. No. I'm saying you're not gonna see Kieran Tierney left back and Shevchenko in the midfield at the same time. You're not gonna see that.
Okay.
You won't see that happen.
I believe you will, and we will take that bet. But 1 second, Sahal, Arsenal word. Thank you guys. Big up to you guys for coming on. The video is about to end in 8 minutes, so I need to go to M. M, what are you saying?
I don't get the meltdown. I don't get this whole frustration. Guys, 5 wins out of 5. Title charge is on.
You got to take it too far.
Let me just.
Em, why'd you take it that way? You took it too far, man.
Sorry. I was on mute.
You took it too far. Title charge, really?
Yes, 5 wins out of 5. Sunday, we make it 6 out of 6. Why is everyone so down? We're going to beat Man United and smoke them. Why is everyone so down?
It's because we didn't sign a player.
Yeah, but come on. Douglas Luiz, let's be honest. I thought about it after yesterday, before I hopped off the stream. Bro, that would have been a panic signing. Come on. You saw this guy last season when we played Aston Villa. He was
He muted himself again. I'm just carry on. I was saying, but yeah, I don't get it. This time last season, right? Look at the difference. We lost our first 3 games. People are moaning, saying season's over. This time we won our first 5 games. People are still pissed. I don't get it. You can't win anyone over. Literally, you know what? People will always be miserable. That's the thing, right? And people saying, you don't want this club to progress. No, I want this club to progress. I'm unhappy we didn't sign a player. But there's reacting and there's the overreacting. There's an overreaction saying, whoa, we're Arsenal finished, we're going to finish 7th. That's taking it to another level. As of right now, we haven't played 4 great games, 1 okay game against Crystal Palace. 4 games we've outplayed all our opponents. Being one of the best sides in the team. Look at the Premier League this season, right? How many minutes have we been behind in the game? 7 minutes. That was against Fulham. We were only behind 7 minutes and we came back to win the game. You can't say there's been no change, right? We play Fulham this season. We go 1-0 down in the second half. We win the game. That was the first time since 2013 we go behind in the second half and we're going to win the game. I don't.
Yo, I'm gonna leave you guys here. I'm gonna head over to Kaz's channel. Shout out to you guys watching the show. Really do appreciate everybody. 5 more minutes to go. You guys know what it is. Catch you guys on the flip side. Peace, people.
Title charge.
Oh, by the way, I don't think us not signing a midfielder or a winger hurts us in any way from getting top 4. I still think we're gonna get top 4 easy. Yeah. Title
Today's show,
charge?
ladies and gentlemen, let's get into it. There's a lot that happened yesterday. Of course, the transfer window is now closed officially, and Arsenal were unable to get the signing of Douglas Luiz over the line, which then caused the ripple effect of people tweeting Edu out, and we're going to speak about that very soon. But let's get on to rating the transfer window. Of course,